Hi guys, how are you? So today I'm going to bring is a brief review in relation to BPD, Borderline Personality Disorder. I'm going to bring just a little bit, attention to some characteristics of this personality disorder, borderline personality disorder, because I have had some of my clients really asking me to explain to them what it means. And a lot of times we will have traits of it. It doesn't mean that we have the full criteria to be considered a borderline or that we have this personality disorder, okay? So one of the things that are very, very important for us to know is that when we have BPD, we will feel a huge fear of rejection, fear of abandonment, that people, they will abandon us, people will reject us. So we have an attachment to this kind of or we'll become very hyper vigilant about this kind of things in relationships, in our close relationships. Also, one thing that characterizes BPD is impulsiveness. We will become very impulsive in spending, impulsive in abusing alcohol and drugs, impulsive in having unprotected sex or unprotected sexual relationships. Is almost a reckless sexual relationships with people that we don't even know, and is a kind of abuse, self-abuse. So we are going to have this kind of impulsiveness also. This characterizes BPD. At the same time, the emotional dysregulation, we will feel very dysregulated. We will have a high reactiveness. We are going to be reacting to situations in a very extreme, catastrophic, black and white way. Okay, there is also an inability, along with this that I said, is an inability to regulate the emotions, to adapt to situations that make us feel very vulnerable, because also the fear of abandonment. So we are in constant hypervigilance. There are other things that we also need to give. I'm taking a look in here. Let's see if I'm forgetting. There is the splitting behavior. We believe that people, so what is splitting means is that we believe that people, either they are all good or all bad, or if somebody did something to us that we feel upset about and that hurted us, we will feel that that person will usually cut them off, and we will feel that they are not good for us. It can happen that way also. There is also the suicidal and self-injuries behavior. Self-injury is not only characterized by cutting or burning our skin or skin picking, but it's also characterized by us engaging in abusive behaviors like working out a lot, exercising a lot, being very hyper vigilant of our body image, very into it. We have also an identity distortion. We always see ourselves, we always see that we need to ameliorate something. It's almost an image dysphoria, image distortion that we will have. So the self-esteem is low, is a huge fear of losing people, of not being good enough. And also, of course, consider, as I said, the splitting, the impulsiveness, self-injury, self-mutilation, and also suicidal ideations, and also leading to suicidal plans. Okay, because ideation and plans, they are two different things. Ideation is intrusive thoughts, is believing that nothing, because remember the black and white way of thinking. So when we are in that black and white way of thinking, we believe that anything has a solution, that if we just disappear, things would be solved. And so that is a suicidal ideation. It doesn't mean that that person that has a suicidal ideation, that they will commit, that they will go through this and build a plan. But yes, it can happen also. So that's why it's so important, if we are able to identify this kind of behaviors in us, and somebody around us, that we let them know that it's important to do an evaluation to see if they attend to the criteria to be considered BPD. There are interventions, very great effective interventions for BPD clients, one of them called DBT, dialectical behavioral therapy, that will help the client to decrease the reactiveness and the impulsiveness through the stress tolerance, mindfulness, emotional regulation, and interpersonal relationships. Okay, it's a lot, it's a very extensive skills. There are many modules in these skills, but this video I will not be able to portray everything, right? I will come up with other videos to talk about it. But be safe. I will talk to you next week or soon, and take care. Bye. Thanks.